Hey everybody, John Sposato here from the Arizona Home Group on behalf of Sharon and Tiffany and Thea and the entire team. Hope you're having a great weekend. It's end of summer and things are starting to cool down, and I want to talk about where we've been in the real estate market this summer, where we've been and where we're headed. It's been a great summer. We've all seen some incredible appreciation, but let's see exactly where we're at. So here's our big blue wave, and when we're looking at the two indicators of market strength, we've got supply and demand, right? So here's our supply, and you can see way back in the spring when things were so low, there was like 4,200 homes available for sale, and we've come up all through the summer. Even with all the activity this summer, we're now at almost 7,000 homes available for sale. So that's quite an increase. Still about a third of where we were, should be normal, but again, that's quite an increase and quite a slowdown, which is actually, again, healthy. You can see this big hockey stick as we went up quite a bit this year. Now we're only 10% below where we were last year, and that is quite a recovery from where we were in the spring when things were looking pretty bleak for those buyers. The other indicator we look at is the market comfort report, right? We always look at this every month, and again, when you're looking at demand and supply, 100 is balanced, right? So you can see that inventory has gone up, so supply has moved a little bit away from 100. Now it's at 32 from 24, and demand has moved a little bit away from 100, was at 107, now it's at 114. None of those are super dramatic moves, but overall, the market index average is pulled back almost about 100 points from where we were in the beginning of the summer on June 15th. So let's track velocity, right? Homes that are going under contract. This is how hot is the market? How many people are writing contracts? And you can see three colors here. Red in the middle is where we are today in 2021 versus last year in green, that was 2020. We came shooting out of COVID, quarantine, and just went gangbusters all summer long, and then started to taper off as we got towards Halloween and the election and then into the holidays. 2019, the yellow is our typical pattern, and you can see how that sort of tapers off naturally anyway as we head into the third and fourth quarter. So we're starting to follow somewhere in between the crazy year and a normal year, and I think that we'll start to taper off and we'll probably follow that pattern. Probably not as steeply, but I think that as we head into the fourth quarter, we'll follow that same pattern. Now here's a graph I show you every now and then, but this shows how hot the market is, and this is a graph that shows weekly tracking of price reductions on homes, okay? So here at the lowest point when the market was really crazy in the spring, homes are selling really quick. There was multiple offers, lots of bids. You've heard all the stories. Not many homes had to reduce their prices. Well, you know, now as we headed into the summer and there's more inventory, there's more competition, a little bit less buyers, sellers are starting to reduce their prices a little bit. Nothing super dramatic, but we're just starting. We're using these graphs as indicators of what's happening to the market. So you can see homes are sitting a little bit longer and they're reducing their prices. We've showed you this graph before, which I kept telling you, like, okay, well, it's so crazy. Well, how crazy is it? Well, at the highest point here in May and June, 62% of the homes were selling over asking price. 62% of the homes in MLS were selling for over asking price. Now that's pulled back to about 52%. Still, obviously, over half the homes are selling for over asking price, but it's still a bit of a pullback. And then this is pricing. What did that 62 and 52% represent as far as dollars? We track it at the peak. That average over asking price was $15,000. Now it's pulled back to 12. But again, that's the average. That's from $200,000 condos to $10 million homes on average have now pulled back to about $12,000 over asking price. Again, none of these are major movements, but it's showing you how the market is getting back to balance. And then finally, we're going to end up on pricing because everyone wants to know about pricing. Well, here's the graph for the dollar per square foot on average in Phoenix. This is slightly different than the median home value, but basically the graph looks the same. We've got this huge hockey stick this year. We went up, and at the end of the day, anywhere between 25 and 29% year over year from last July to this year, okay? But you can start to see this little bit of a pullback or the flattening out. 2 months ago, I showed you just the top start of this, but now it's starting to trend. And again, trailing indicators. Pricing today is showing you what was going on with activity the last 30, 60, and 90 days. I imagine that this is probably going to stay pretty flat and may pull back a little bit as we head into the fourth quarter. Nothing to be really afraid of, and it's all natural because 25% year-over-year appreciation is just not natural. So all in all, Phoenix is still one of the hottest markets in the country. People are still moving here. We're heading into the fall. The weather's turning great. Everything is all good. If you guys have any interest in either buying or selling a home, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of the Arizona Home Group. We are well educated in the market. We track these numbers. We are experts in the field. We're experts in your neighborhood. Don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll give you an honest opinion about what's going on in your market. So from the entire Arizona Home Group, hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next month. Take care.